is the first thing I spotted. So this one was like giving like Jamaica island girl, do you know what I mean? Super cute, right? And I was thinking, okay, I need to go back and get it. Thrift with Fifths, oh that's the name. Catch that style, never simple, never. Hello, morning. How is everyone doing? I don't know why I'm talking to you like you're gonna respond, but actually leave a comment in the chat and let me know how you're doing. We're now in May. We were in South Africa in February. Don't watch it, don't watch it. I've literally been doing everything but filming this thrift haul, and probably I need to get some lighting. If you make YouTube videos and you have recommendations for like indoor lighting, please recommend, because every time I wanted to film it was like February and it was technically still winter. It was always dark. So now that we're kind of in summer and the sun's shining, I could use some natural light indoors, because this camera is not that great with like indoor lighting. So yeah, anyway, we're here to film the South Africa thrift haul. Thrifting in South Africa was mainly in the Observatory area. We did go to a few other stores. I would leave the names somewhere that were quite good, but I would say Observatory is really good if you're a tourist. You want to have like, you don't want to have to travel to loads of different areas to get to different stores. Like, it's a strip or a street where they have like loads of different vintage stores and you're just walking down and it's like vintage. So Observatory, my #1 recommendation. Locals do say, a lot of locals do say that like it's a bit expensive, but when you're converting from dollars, it's not that big of a deal. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure there's cheaper places, but I did find the prices were like vintage store prices as opposed to thrift store prices. And if you're not in the know, or if you're not like familiar with those terms, I will describe vintage store as like a more curated collection of vintage pieces. So it's like a boutique and they curate vintage pieces that fit their style. So some of them will be like Y2K vintage, some of them will be like 70s or 80s style, or sometimes a mix of both, like everything. But it's usually more curated, whereas the thrift store is just like donations, like charity shops. And I think we did see one charity shop, I can't remember though, I'm gonna have to check the footage. But yeah, in general it was like vintage store prices. So when it's more curated, the prices are a little bit higher, because obviously they've spent the time to like select and carefully curate the pieces that you're going through. So that's the one thing I would say. In general, prices were between like $20 to $50 for majority of things, but there are like, we did go to the first store we went to, Blind Mice I think it was called. It was like designer vintage, so there was a lot of Off-White, Balenciaga, Gucci, and the prices were in the hundreds. So just keep that in mind. I was bit skeptical about thrifting in South Africa, or in Africa in general. When my boyfriend told me like, oh, thrifting in South Africa is big, I was like, I don't know if I want to go thrifting in South Africa. It's giving bend down. But Capetown, it was giving Europe. Like, even just like the architecture, the building, just looking around, full of white people, everywhere looks like European. There was barely, like, in the areas I was anyway, there was barely anything that was making me feel like I was in Africa, apart from at night, or you go to this particular street, I forgot what it's called, they always have like girls, workers, hard workers, they always work in the streets. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And there's a lot of homeless people in South Africa. Apparently all the expats are coming in, renting the places, because like when you're bringing dollars or pounds and paying for South Africa rents, everything looks cheap to you, and now they're kind of increasing the house prices, and like locals don't have anywhere to stay. This is just what I've read online, but speak to someone local to find out what's really going on. So long story short, let's get into the thrift haul. I'm gonna start with the first store in Observatory that we went to. So once we crossed the road through the traffic lights and we just started walking down the street, we just saw like clothes outside. It was like one of those shops where it was super full inside, and like the clothes were like, they had rails outside. So just started flicking through, could already tell we're gonna find something here, because he just had like a good range of like sporty vibe. He had this like one Supreme top in the like window display, the front rail, which immediately caught my eye. But when you get up close and personal, it was giving like Dupreme. Like that was a dupe. Supreme dupe. So he had a bunch of hats, and this hat is the first thing I spotted. So cute. Oh my god, look how fluffy it is. Okay, wait, hold on. My hair is crazy. So that's what it looks like. I think this is perfect for the summer, perfect for holiday. It's giving like I'm on my holidays. So I love this hat. The price was, I'm gonna put prices on the screen because I should have written all this down before I started this video, but here we are. This is my third video, so I'm like learning as we go, so we'll make it work. After that, we started looking through the store. I saw this like Nike skirt, and I'm gonna say it, similar to the Supreme, a lot of things had like brand labels, but they were just like dupes, I guess we'll call it that. So this one was like a Nike mini skirt, super cute. It was really long when I saw it, and the guy, I noticed he does like amendments. He had a section of the store where he could do amendments, so he was like, yeah, I will amend it for you. So he made it shorter. The pleats were a bit wonky when he did the amendment. I don't know if he just like did a rush job, but once you're wearing it, no one can really tell. So again, another cute piece, and price will be somewhere on the screen. And then I tried on this top when I was actually in the store. I did not buy it because whilst I was there, I was like thinking, it looks nice, but the fabric was just not giving like sturdy. Like, you know, when you have like some expensive fabric, it feels thick, it feels sturdy. This wasn't giving that, but it was super cute. And then I was watching back the videos after I left the store, and I was like, oh my god, it's so cute, I look so cute. And I was thinking, okay, I need to go back and get it. So we had left this skirt for him to amend and like cut it. And then I think the skirt and the hat, he did both for 30,000 rand, if I remember correctly. And then my Chidi, my boyfriend, he went to pick up the clothes because he was in the area, I wasn't with him, and he came back with this. So that was so cute. It was like a nice little surprise. So I didn't actually tell him to get it for me, so that was cute. We thought it could fit both of us, so I guess that's the idea. He hasn't worn this, but he definitely wears this. He also got this as well for me. So he picked up these two pieces, and they're both like this American baseball style, I guess you call it that. And I'll insert some pictures of me wearing these outfits in South Africa. So we were actually in Capetown for Capetown Art Fair. So it's like a huge art fair. There's loads of artists and galleries showing their work. So we were like working through the art fair, like kind of walking up, making our way through over like the 2 days, and we was giving fits, we was giving like, you know, we're here. People will come and be like, oh, you guys look cute, are you an artist? And I'm like, no, I work in finance. And everyone's like so it was good to like shock people and get everyone to like change their stereotype, not get everyone, but like challenge the stereotype of what people in finance look like. So that was kind of cool to get those reactions and have people be like, oh my god, are you an artist? I'm like, no, I do fraud prevention, so I'm a big nerd. But I'm an artist at heart. So anyway, back to the clothes. So we got this top, which is also like a baseball style top. It's got this cool detail. I don't know what it says, but I think this is baseball. I think these are baseball tops. But the point I was making about like people stopping us and asking us, are you artists, is they kept saying, oh, are you Americans? Are you American? You're from America, right? And we were like, Yeah, so people will always ask us, like, you're from America, right? And we were like, no, we're from the UK. So it did not register, but like on the last day, I was like, this is why everyone's asking us if we're American, because we keep wearing these like American style baseball and jersey style tops. So yeah, that was just something interesting that happened. The next piece, we walked into the store. She told us we weren't allowed to film, and so I'm not gonna try and shout them out because you missed that ship, babe. That ship has sailed. I did find a bunch of knitwear in the store. They had so many cool knits and so many cool like crop knits like this. There was a purple one that was so cute, but this one was like giving like Jamaica island gal. Do you know what I mean? So I was definitely feeling this, and I love the sleeves. I love how it kind of flares out, and whenever I wear it, I can like put my fingers through. So I really love how versatile it is. Like if you've got something really simple and basic on, you can throw this, make it a moment, do some layering. I'd really just like how it can give your outfit a little bit of a zhuzh. I love the colors because if you know me, I love red, and this is definitely my vibe. I love it. This hat is giving take me to a beach now. So if I'm going to the beach, I'll probably just do like a black bikini bottoms, throw a little like black scarf or like a little shawl thing to like drape around it. Bikini ready. Do you know what I mean? That's the whole outfit there. The next thing I got was from this store. So this was like the end of the day in Observatory. We'd already been like through all the stores and everything. I was tired. You know how it is when you're thrifting, yeah? Like shopping is exhausting. I don't know how to explain it. Shopping is exhausting. So by the time we got to the store, I think the camera had already died. I was asking Chili to film on my phone, and he was super tired, so all the footage, like, it was useless. I didn't even bother putting it in the video because the footage was ugly. And this necklace, so it's just like a cute shell necklace. I love it. It just makes any outfit look like super summery, super beachy. It would even look good with like this top and this top. What do we call this net thing? I don't know. Knits. In my first location, Afraid of Mice, we found some sunglasses on the first day, but they were, I think it was about £67. I need to find out the exact amount in rand, but I was like, I'm not sure, it's the first day thrifting, let's like have a look around and see what else we find, because you always see sunglasses everywhere. But there weren't a lot of like really cool sunglasses that I found thrifting in South Africa, so yeah. This one was really nice. This is like BCBG Maximara. Yeah, Maximara. This is Maximara, and like I say, it was £67. I did say if I'm still thinking about it, I'm gonna go back and get it, and I was, and it was right opposite our hotel, so I got it. It's so cool, right? Okay, so that was that, and then that was the only thing I got from that store. The rest of it was just too expensive and like nothing I really loved. Oh, they did have those Prada heels that were in my size. That was a shame. This is a bandana scarf I got. Look at the fabric. Super silky, super like, it's got that like gloss that silk has. I love the way it moves. This store had a bunch of scarves, and I think I did show in my video. It was really like overwhelming and hard to pick one, but I just kind of went with a bandana print because I love a bandana. It goes very well with street style. Majority of the things I wear is like street style, so sporty street style, so I thought need. So yeah, I got that. Right now it's like on my handbag, attached to my bag and just kind of draped around it. And then the last thing I got were these camo pants, which you already saw me try on. I'm actually going to wear it right now so you can see it with this outfit. These are the pants. I love the length, super long. I love the waistline. I love like pants that have a bit of room, because you know sometimes when you eat your lunch and you need that extra wiggle room. Yeah. So I just like outfits like this, and I think this is super cute. I usually wear it with a belt, and they had this really nice brown belt that I wish I bought when I was in that store. I didn't because it was a bit expensive. But yeah, I think it was about $40 or something, and I was like, I'm thrifting. I don't want to pay $40 for a belt. I want to pay $5. That's the whole point of thrifting, right? Okay, but yeah, love these trousers. I've worn it so many times already. They're like staple. So this is how I would style the pieces I got. This is everything I bought in South Africa. In total, I think I spent about £200. I don't know. I'm gonna have to do the maths and put it somewhere on the screen because I need to do some conversions. But I think I spent about like £250 in South Africa. And yeah, I'm really happy with the stuff I got. I think we found some good things. Price range, I wouldn't say it was like super cheap, but maybe it was just the places I went to. Like I said, it's good for tourists, and like if you just want like a one-stop shop to find vintage pieces. In Observatory, but definitely could have. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you with this. My top tips for thrifting. Number one, know what you want. So I always keep a list on my phone of things I need. For example, if I'm trying on clothes for work and I'm looking for like brown or black jeans to wear with my clothes, and there's no black jeans, I need black jeans in my wardrobe. So I just add it to the list as I go, like as I'm getting dressed, and whenever I see stuff out there and I'm like, oh, I need a mini skirt, or oh, I need some black jeans, I always have a list going of things I need. If you don't know where to start, like just look in the accessories, because I know it can be quite overwhelming when you go into a store and it's like full of old clothes, you don't know where to look. Start with the accessories, because at least you know what kind of accessories you like and you can just like sift through. There's usually not as many. And then my last tip is take your time. Like, don't rush. Just go through each rail one at a time. Once I go into a store, I go to the rail, I push all the clothes to the end and start moving them one at a time and looking through each pieces. And you can do like 2 or 3 at a time, because you kind of get an idea of like similar clothes are stuck together. But just go through each, because that's how you find the hidden gems. Like, know what you want, be patient, like have a list and go through each item. And don't be afraid to ask for a discount, because sometimes like they'll give you one, and if you don't ask, it's the same as, yeah, you're just gonna pay the same price. So there's no harm in asking, because the worst that can happen is you pay the same price. So there you go. That's all of my tips for thrifting. That's the South Africa haul done. Thank you so much. That's everything. That was the South Africa haul. I hope you enjoyed this video, and look out for the next one, which is going to be my South Korea thrift. Actually no, I went shopping in Brick Lane, London again before South Korea. So I've got a bit of catching up to do. I've got to drop these videos, but stay locked in. Please watch the videos, like, subscribe, because my channel's new and we need to get this going. So support. Love you guys.